Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of a Doctor Who reaction. My name is Matt, this is Haarute Live, and we're ready to go. So, last episode, actually, I need to tell you something. So, follow me on this. Something happened on the previous that's redundant. In the previous two episodes, something happened. So, I recorded both episodes yesterday, last night. So it's the very next day, you can tell because we're in the same set. Okay, so how do I put this? There's no easy way of saying it. Last two episodes, I accidentally watched them out of order. So maybe through the magic of editing, you won't be able to realize that. Because I didn't tell you that when I watched in the Forest of the Night. I think that was the name of the episode. It's a weird one because I keep thinking of Forest of the Dead. But yeah, I didn't tell you that in the previous... in Forest of the Night. For me, it was the previous one. But for you guys, it was 2 episodes ago. Because I was like, you know what's gonna be fun? It's gonna be fun. I'm just gonna see if someone is gonna notice. I'm just gonna see if someone is gonna notice. And like, it really doesn't do a lot, because so the only thing that matters is that now the entire time when I was watching in the Forest of the Night, I was just thinking about what was gonna happen next episode, you know. So I don't really think there's much connection because that episode was very self-contained. There was one connection that I need to address right now, and that I actually wonder after I watch was it Dark Water or Black Water? Dark Water. After I watched Dark Water, I was like, man, what was that thing that Clara was doing at the beginning when she was putting all that shit that she did? I was like, oh, what's that? That's gonna come back. That's gonna be important. And it's like, no, Danny actually asked her to put everything together and tell him. So that's what Clara was doing. So that's the one thing that carried over from In the Forest of the Night to Blackwater. So Dark Water, Black. So the Water episode, the Missy episode, the Cyberman episode, that episode, the previous one. So that's the one thing that carried over. So that's the one thing that now I understand, now I know, and I need to address right here at the beginning of this episode. So, I watched the previous 2 episodes out of order. There really isn't too much issue with me having watched them out of order, really, because you're gonna be like, oh, but now you're watching Danny while he was alive, and you know that he's gonna die, and I'm like, well, I don't think he's gonna die. Even though he's already dead, but Orson exists. And doing the reaction to Dark Water, I was like, Orson exists. Orson Pink from Listen exists. Therefore, Danny cannot die. He's literally invulnerable. The plot demands that he's invulnerable. Because we know, and that would create a paradox. Therefore, he's gonna live. He's gonna live through this season, that's what I believe, and if he doesn't, then I'm gonna call bullshit. But Doctor Who's just a series of bullshit, so I'm just gonna be like, that's bullshit, but I believe it. But in the end, I don't think that having watched them out of order did much. It only made that thing at the beginning make more sense in Dark Water. But that's it. So, but I'm gonna tell you guys right now, because I want to be transparent about it. I really do. And the only reason why I didn't tell you while watching in the Forest of the Night is because I was like, I want to see if someone actually notices. I'll try to hide it to the best of my ability with editing. But if you watch the full-length reaction, which are not available by the way, you're probably gonna notice, because during the full-length reaction, I'm gonna be like, man, what was the thing that Clara was doing? What was it at the beginning? And I'm like, it makes sense if you watch in the Forest of the Night, which I didn't. So, yeah, that's a dead giveaway, you know? And I also was like, Man, I was waiting for the finale to be the final 2 episodes, but I guess it was the final 3, and I'm like, no, it's the final 2, you dumbass. You fucking silly Billy. Just watch them out of order like an idiot. And I realized that like after watching it, after doing the review, and like 15 minutes passed, and then I go and watch, and I go and check my Doctor Who Series 8 folder, and I'm like, oh fuck, I clicked the wrong one. Like he even said at the beginning of the reaction, I was like, when I was watching Dark Water, I was like, I didn't even check the name of the episode. I just hit go and we went. But I guess I misclick, so I'm sorry. Whoops. But that's it. I just wanted to let you guys know that. That said, that just made me... I actually think that was a blessing in disguise. I think there is a silver lining to that, and it's the fact that I watch Dark Water, and then I'm like, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna record more episodes. I mean, maybe I should, but there's 2 more to go. But we already into like the finale, like story, so maybe I'll do it. And then I realized that I had recorded the wrong episode, and I'm like, well, shit, now I have no content because I can't upload this episode without having watched the previous one. So I rushed. I charged the battery for the camera, and I just rushed here, and I just hit go, and I started reacting to In the Forest of the Night. So then I could have the 2 episodes, so I could just edit Forest of the Night, and then immediately hit Dark Water. And now I'm like, well, fuck, there's only 1 episode left, so might as well do it, right? Might as well just fucking go. Get all this out of the way. So, yeah. I think it actually was a good thing. Because now I'm like, yeah. I don't feel too bad about it. Because I think that if you're a hardcore Doctor Who, like, viewer, maybe you watch episode week to week to week and you never miss a beat. But to my understanding, Doctor Who is more like a constant in the UK, and therefore it's just a thing that is like, oh, I'm just changing channels, and I'm jumping channel to channel and see what's up. Oh shit, Doctor Who. Well, fuck. I guess I'll watch that. I got nothing better to do. That's the way it's with TV shows, I guess. Even though in modern age, TV shows really don't mean a lot anymore. Everyone just uses Netflix or Hulu or some shit, on demand. But I think that like that's just like the experience, and you don't actually care too much about what episode you're watching, because there is like minimal continuity between them, and In the Force of the Night was pretty self-contained, so I don't think it actually mattered too much that I watched them out of order. There are better episodes to watch out of order. Like let's all agree on that. Like if I had swapped Forest of the Night and Flatline, I feel like that would have been like. I feel like I would have been like not. I feel like I just wouldn't have noticed. Maybe I feel like maybe I just wouldn't have noticed at all. Like the fact that I accidentally watched them out of order. But the fact that I watched the first half of the finale made me realize it. So, alright. So enough talking about that. Previous episode was Dark Water. What's it called? Dark Water? Dark Water, Doctor Who. Okay, so it is Dark Water. So, previous episode was Dark Water, the first half of the finale. A bunch of shit went down. A bunch of it. So Clara's talking to Danny. Danny fucking dies in a car accident. Well, he was just crossing the street, and then he froze, and then he got hit by a car, and then he died. And then Clara went rogue, and she fucking basically held the Doctor at gunpoint, and was like, fucking, we're gonna save Danny, like it or not, bitch. And the Doctor was like, that's gonna cause a time paradox. I can't do that. And Clara's like, I don't fucking care. And then she triggered the bullet, which was TARDIS kids into a volcano, and then the Doctor was like, but you were inside a dream all along, which was stupid. But then the Doctor we had a really nice moment where Clara was like, I betrayed you, and the Doctor was like, I don't care, I'm gonna help you anyway, because in the end the Doctor still cares about her, no matter if Clara did all the shit that she did. because again, Clara is in a really emotional state. Like I understand where Clara was coming from, so I don't really put too much blame on her. But and I guess the doctor also didn't, so that was good. We went to an institute. I think it was called W3 or 3W. 3W, I think it was. I don't remember what 3W stood for. Maybe I missed that. But it was basically an institute where some science, I don't know if it was a scientist, some dude, some doctor, actually realized that there's like frequencies that people are transmitting after they die. And then he realized that people are fully conscious after they are dead. And so they are aware of everything that's happening to them after they die. Which is I that's bullshit, but I believe it. So, and this institute is an institute that actually makes sure that you can upload your consciousness to the nether sphere, which is also heaven or the promised land or whatever. And you can basically continue to live after you die. But your physical body needs to like stay in some kind of like in dark water, I guess, in like a glass cube of dark water. And they were like, oh, they're actually inside like an exoskeleton that we built for them. And you can't see the exoskeleton, you can only see the internal skeleton, because the dark water makes it so you can only see the organic matter, so you can't see the exoskeleton. And then Clara tried to communicate with that. Yeah. And then Clara tried to communicate with Danny through like ghost phone or whatever. And they actually talk, but Clara wanted to make sure that it was real Danny, and Danny kept telling Clara that it was him, but he couldn't actually think of a proof to tell her. And they just said, I love you, and then they just cut the connection. Also, Danny... Okay, so Danny actually found the kid that he shot when he was a soldier. That's his trauma. We learned that. And the kid is just like... He all is running away from Danny because, of course, he killed you. And then Danny is like, oh, he feels really bad. And it's a whole thing. But more importantly, we learn a couple things. So first thing is that the person in charge of this institution, 3W, is Missy. Just straight up Missy. She's here, she's in charge, and this is what she was doing. This is what the Promised Land is. It's like a network consciousness where everybody who dies can just upload themselves in, or automatically get uploaded in. And they are completely aware of everything that's going on with their bodies, which is crazy because it's like, oh, I'm being cremated. No, don't do that. And you feel that. It's like, oh, God. But anyway. So not only I think that Missy is in charge, but also that all of the exoskeletons that are covering everybody displayed in the dark water. It's like a tomb. It's like a museum. It's just full of these skeletons, and they're exoskeletons. When the dark water revealed them, it turned out to be Cybermen. So we have Cybermen again. Here we go. Like, Cybermen are the number 2 top villain in Doctor Who. Like, number 1 I would say it's Dalek, number 2 I would say it's Cybermen. Like, okay, no, like, it's not only the fact that it's Cybermen. I didn't even think about this, but like, it's Cybermen and B, Missy is the master. So basically the master is rallying an army of Cybermen to take over the world. So how did this happen? I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. But it happened, and this is what we're dealing with. So villain number 2 and villain number 3 in the power rankings just went up. They teamed up, and now they're like, are they more dangerous than the Daleks? Maybe not, because the Daleks are fucking busted. But they're villain number 2 and villain number 3 in the rankings just teamed up. And that's bad. That's bad, and also they're already on Earth. Like, the invasion already happened. It's going down. This episode, everything's gonna go down. And the fact that Miss is the master is like, god damn. Alright, there's a bunch of answers we need. There's a bunch of questions we need answered, and I can't wait to watch this episode and see all the shit go down. It's a finale, so let's see what happens. Usually finales have a lot in them, and previous episode was already a lot, so let's go.
You can't kill me. I'm a target of strategic value. I'm a tactical advantage. Dead. I'm your biggest mistake. You don't know who I am.
Oh my god, Clara. Clara is such a quick thinker.
Clara Oswald has never existed. I'm the Doctor.
She's such a quick thinker. I mean, I thought she was gonna be in the route of like, I'm with the Doctor, therefore I'm a good hostage, so you won't kill me because I'm a target of strategic value. But she just went, no, I'm the Doctor, bitch. Those were Clara eyes. Wait, is she legitimately the Doctor? Is this what we're doing? Is this what we're doing? Those are Clara eyes. I saw them. That in heaven. Okay, what is happening? Oh, they forgot. They don't care. Because of the thing that we learn in Forest in the Night. People will just forget. Oh my god, fuck me. Why is the human race so stupid, bro? That sounds good.
Big smiles and now.
All of the civilians were actually collaborations from UNIT.
You picked a lovely day for it. My turn.
Yo! Okay, that's a good one.
Sorry, you left this behind on one of your previous attempts.
That's the classic one. Missy upgraded them, of course. Cyberman Revision 4. Or whatever, I don't know how many versions of Cyberman have we had over the... What the fuck is that? Is it like a... Is it like a biological virus? Fuck me!
Falling like rain into the cracks of the earth.
You have to think of it as a data cloud.
Yeah, we know this.
Storing data. In this case, it's a storage of recently deceased minds.
We're in a cloud.
Sort of cloud, yeah.
And what's happening to it?
What happens to any cloud? When it starts to rain.
You're telling me we're going back? What, back to our bodies?
And the extra good news is there's been a bit of an upgrade.
The dead are coming home, Doctor. All shiny and new.
As the human race, as you know it, will cease to exist.
There's so many people there.
Oh, that was nice. Let's do it again.
Oh, what are we doing? Unit, what are you doing? You just stole or something.
What did he say?
He said, "All of the graveyards."
He figured it out last second. But what? Why did you the dude? Why? You can't have like don't actually throw the bodies into a facility. So how? Or is it gonna be a weird mutation? That's a full-on blast Cyberman, dude. How did that happen? Your body just didn't mutate into metal. So how? Who is this? Is this Danny? Danny Pink. Yep, that's Danny. Fuck. Fuck, man. Where are we going?
The president. We don't want Americans bombing around the place. And then we start praying.
Not the President of America, sir, the President of Earth.
There isn't one.
There is now.
The inclusion protocols have been agreed internationally. In the event of full-scale invasion, an Earth president is inducted immediately with complete authority over every nation-state. Well, there was only one practical candidate.
That's your answer for everything, isn't it? Vote for an idiot.
If you say so, Mr. President. So long as you're on this plane, you're the commander-in-chief of every army on Earth. Every world leader is currently awaiting your instructions. You are the chief executive officer of the human race. Any questions?
Well, gentlemen, where to start? I was born on the planet Gallifrey, in the constellation of Castorberus. I'm a Time Lord, but my Pridonian privileges were revoked when I stole a time capsule and ran away. Currently pilot Type 40 TARDIS, I've been married 4 times or deceased. My children and grandchildren are missing, and I assume dead. I have a non-Gallifreyan daughter created via genetic transfer. How much more do you need? I'm the Doctor.
I mean, they are right in not believing her. Oh my god. Oh my god. Rogue Cyberman Danny at the rescue. This is fucked, man. This is so weird. She's in the plane with us, which she is. She's gonna mess up the whole thing.
I saved Gallifrey.
Yes, Gallifrey too. I suppose there's always collateral damage with you and me.
You know where it is.
Yeah. You know the best part about knowing.
That you don't. Okay, Danny just threw Clara in a cemetery because nobody's here, so it's safe? Question mark? Is that just Danny, but he's hiding because he doesn't want to be seen like that?
Dead bodies don't have minds, of course. But she's been upgrading dying minds to a hard drive for a long time.
For how long? I mean, she's a time lady, so...
She updates the software.
What do you mean a long time? How long?
Well, she must have a TARDIS somewhere, so as long as she likes. The past, the future.
How long, Doctor?
How long has the human race had a concept of an afterlife?
Be really impressed if you learn my secrets.
Don't. 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 Don't.
I'm going to kill you in a minute.
I'm not even kidding.
Those aren't right.
Well. Yeah, we saw she took them off earlier, so. Why are you so slow, Os? I'm have trouble understanding how that scene worked. Because she teleported, immediately caught her, and disintegrated the 2 guards. Well, Osgood's done. I was gonna say, is that a teleporter? But there's ash on the floor. But then Rose Tyler also turned into ash on the floor, and then she survived in Series 1. So I don't know. Also, death is kind of like a concept that doesn't matter anymore. So, dude, tell her.
I would never, ever
Tell her.
give up the
This is fucked up, but I feel like she would understand.
closest person.
Because at least she can talk to you.
He is the man I will always forgive, always trust, the one man I would never, ever lie to.
That's bad. That's really fucked up what you just said. For him, specifically. Is he gonna have like a cyber head? A cyber Danny head? Okay, that's weird. You're more human than I would have expected, actually.
It's an inhibitor. Not activated. I need you to switch it on.
What does it inhibit?
Emotion. It deletes emotion.
Don't do that, because we have a really good ally right now. I mean, I understand where you're coming from. I understand your depression of having died and being back as a Cyberman. That's really bad. But also, we kind of need you right now. So, she shouldn't do that. I'm loving Missy. I'm loving Missy. She's great. Yeah, she's the woman in the shop. Yeah. I mean, we know this, right? I mean, I already figured this out, I think. Is this the first time this is being brought up? I mean, it was implied, I guess. Because they were mentioning the woman in the shop in this season. And immediately we saw Missy, so I'm like, okay, it's her.
The control freak and the man who should never be controlled
Oh, Missy is great.
With Danny.
Danny's dead, Clara.
Not quite, but he wants to be.
I feel like you should be giving him a hug right now, rather than talk to the doctor. I mean, maybe she already did. Maybe they were on like a 30-minute hugging spree. This is bad. This is really bad. Why were we in a plane to begin with after it was established that Cybermen can fly? Well, that's bad. That's Kate. Goodbye, Kate. Okay, so she uploaded herself into the Nethersphere. So who is this dude? It's just some dude? Okay, it's just an AI. Alright, I like that dude. That was fun.
If you do what you're trying to do, if you succeed, he will snap you. And he will step over your broken body and break another and another and another. He will never stop.
I will not harm her.
I had a friend once. We ran together when I was little. And I thought we were the same. When we grew up, we weren't. Now, she's trying to tear the world apart. And I can't run fast enough to hold it together. The difference is this. Pain is a gift. Without the capacity for pain, we can't feel the hurt we inflict.
Are you telling me seriously? For real, that you can?
Of course I can.
Then shame on you, Doctor.
Yes. Oh, yes. You're part of a hive mind now. Presumably that's how you found Clara. Just look.
Look it up.
Can't see much.
Look harder.
Clara, watch this. This is who the Doctor is. Watch the blood-soaked old general in action. I can't see properly, sir, because this needs activating. If you want to know what's coming, you have to switch it on. And didn't one of those beautiful speeches just disappear in the face of a tactical advantage?
And now he has to choose.
Sir.
And he's gonna choose no. Or...
I need to know.
He's arguing with himself
know.
right now.
Just point and think, yeah?
Yes.
I wasn't very good at it, but I did love you.
I loved you too.
I'm never gonna say that again.
Me neither.
It feels like I'm killing you.
I'm already dead. You're here this time at least.
Goodbye, Danny.
Goodbye, Clara. The rain will fall again. All of humanity will die.
Rise again, Cybermen.
Correct.
How do we stop it?
You cannot be stopped.
Oh my god. Look at this Mary Poppins shit, man.
You poor thing. You must be like death. Let me pop away the pig. Oh, sorry, hon. I'm just getting a bit carried away. Your friends are so Moorish. I'll stop doing your cross pants. I'm here to give you a gift.
Can she do something with it? Is that gonna be the dumb solution? So she just has full control. This is like the most fucked master plan that we have ever had.
Happy birthday. just remembers these things. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Can I get it, please?
What the fuck are we doing?
Go on, crack a smile. I want to see if your eyebrows drop off.
All of this. All of it just to give me an army.
Well, I don't need one, do I? Armies are for people who think they're right. Nobody thinks they're righter than you.
I don't want an army.
But that's the trouble! Yes, you do! You've always wanted one! All those people suffering in the Dalek camps, now you can save them. All those bad guys winning all the wars, go and get the good guys back!
Nobody can have that power.
You will.
Because you don't have a choice. There's only one way you can stop these clouds from opening up and killing all your little pets down here. Conquer the universe, Mr. President.
Show a bad girl how it's done.
Why are you doing this?
I need you to know we're not so different.
I need my friend back. Every battle, every war, every invasion. From now on, you decide the outcome. What's the matter, Mr. President? Don't you trust yourself?
Tell me. Am I a good man?
So this is the most literal it's ever been. So this is the culmination of the whole season of like him being like a piece of shit.
Thank you.
It's gonna play into it and then
I really didn't know.
do a heel turn last second.
Sometimes thank you.
Yeah, he's playing into it. There is no way.
I am not a good man. And I'm not a bad man. I am not a hero. I'm definitely not a president. And no, I'm not an officer. You know what I am? An idiot. With a box. With a screwdriver. Passing through. Helping out. Learning.
I like that.
I never have, because I've got them. Always them. Because love, it's not an emotion. Love is a promise. And he will never hurt her. Cats! You didn't notice, did you?
That Clara took the thing.
You were doing all your silly orders while you were showing off. The one soldier, not obeying.
Was PE.
No, that's wrong. That's impossible.
He was playing along as well. She has the power to control everyone. Every Cyberman. Yeah. And he's playing into the role of the officer now. Oh, PE. Oh, Danny.
Sleep safe tonight.
Yo. So just burn the clouds. That's that. So that's get rid of the problem. Every Cyberman is just became a bomb and the clouds are gone, so it's like it never happened. Except there's no more people in the graveyards now.
10, 0,
But
11, 0, 0 by 0, 2.
What did you say?
The current coordinates of Gallifrey. It's returned to its original location. Didn't you ever think to look?
No, don't you dare, I won't let you.
Old friend, is she? If you've ever let this creature live, everything that happened today is on you.
All I'm doing is not letting you kill her. I never said I was letting her live. You
What? Fucking what?
Kate. She's breathing. She's alive. She can't be here.
She is.
She fell out of a plane. Simon must have caught her.
Doctor, she's talking about her dad.
Of course, the Earth's darkest hour and mine. Where else would you be?
Oh, that fucked me. Oh, that one fucked me. Oh, okay. 2 weeks later, okay, there's more episodes to see. Whoa, okay. The ghost of Danny still lives on. Yeah, like, there's just a bunch of stupid shit happening right now. And I just like, whatever.
Only enough power for one trip.
Then come on. Hurry up.
Just one trip. One trip, one person.
And that closes his character arc.
I'm sorry, Clara. I truly am. I promise just to keep.
I'm pretty sure that if you bring that to the doctor, he would be able to make it work again.
I see you've got news for me.
News.
You figured it out then. P figured out there was a way home.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, good old PE. You'll make a maths teacher yet.
It's not good news, so just listen, okay?
I know.
No.
Sorry?
I know exactly what you've got to tell me.
You do?
You and Danny are together now. That's great. That's how it should be. But the old man and the blue box, that's never going to fit in. So no more flying around. No more lying.
Okay, no, that's not exactly...
I found Gallifrey.
Wow.
Finally,
Oh my god.
full season. We got there. Eventually.
She wasn't lying.
So what are you gonna do now?
Go on.
So he is lying now. Because that flashback showed us that he didn't find it. I was thinking that he would find it like afterwards, but no, he didn't. The flashback didn't show that. So, are you not gonna tell him? Are you both just gonna lie to each other like that and just...
Me and Danny, we are gonna be fine. Don't you worry, we'll go home.
You're both just gonna lie to each other like that.
Tell you what, seeing as it's goodbye, should we break a habit? Hug?
Why not? Within reason.
Within reason.
Come on, you're on the clock.
Fair enough.
Well, let's get this over with. Just going full stiff. I love that so much.
Traveling with you made me feel really special. Thank you for that. Thank you for making me feel special.
Thank you for exactly the same.
That's it. We hit credits. Fuck. I'm happy. I didn't just stop.
Can't end like that. We need to get this sorted.
Fuck you, show. You almost fucked me.
I'm coming in. There you are. I'll get around to you eventually. Now, stop talking and tell me. What do you want for Christmas?
Sure. Sure, let's roll with that. Sure, let's roll with that one. Okay. Okay, so that was Death in Heaven. That was the finale for Series 8. We did it! We finished Series 8. Don't know when this is gonna be airing on the channel, but hopefully it won't be too... That's what I say every time, I'm just not gonna say it anymore. I'm not gonna talk about the season as a whole just yet. I'm gonna talk about the episode itself. I think I'm gonna do a different video for the season as a whole, okay? So, for now, let's focus on this episode, Death in Heaven, or I guess this two-parter with Dark Water, okay? So let's do that, okay? So, season finale, shit went down. Shit got wacky, like... So, the Master showed up, no, it's Missy, and the master plan was to make everybody who ever died, or everybody who ever died for like the past, I don't know, a couple thousand years, to get uploaded into a cloud, like a digital cloud, and then download their minds into Cybermen bodies. Which would be the bodies of literally every person ever who died, turned into Cybermen by rain? Question mark? Like, it's stupid. Don't worry about it. Just don't think about it too much. And then everybody just got brought back as Cybermen, and everybody obeyed Mrs. commands. So that's that. So that was the plan. As to what happened in the episode itself. The Doctor became the president of the world. Sure. They got into a plane after it was established that Cybermen could fly. And then they got attacked by flying Cybermen. Sure. Missy broke out. She killed Osgood. Of course that was gonna happen. Then she just fucked the whole thing up and whatever. I feel like the entire episode, like, not that much happened other than understanding and being like, oh, this plan is really fucked up, all the dead are coming back to life. But what was really important that we need to talk about, that I feel like the main caveat of the episode was Danny as a Cyberman. He became a Cyberman and he was completely aware of who he was. And then he just went to Clara and saved Clara and brought Clara with him to a cemetery, which was kind of a safe place because it was filled with Cybermen, but none of them were Cybermen. They were just like mindless zombies, so they weren't attacking, right? But then Danny was like, kill me, or not kill me, but like make me a Cyberman because I don't want to feel anymore. And which was the dumbest shit ever. But that's that, and it was about to happen, and it ended up happening, and oh, what fuck. Okay, so Kate almost died. She fell off a fucking plane, which would have been fucking crazy. The Doctor skydove off the exploding plane into the TARDIS and went to Clara and Danny to stop Clara from making Danny a Cyberman so he wouldn't just kill her on the spot. And so he was here to stop it, but then he was like, well, I need the information as to how to stop the cloud, the rain thing. And Danny was like, I can only tell you if I turn into a Cyberman, because I don't have access to it right now. So turn me or don't turn me. He was like, choose. And he knew that he was going to choose. You need the information. Like, I don't matter. What matters is the information to rescue everyone. always thinking about the bigger plan, Commander. Like that thing just came to. So a lot of the season just makes sense because it's built up for this episode in particular. A lot of it makes sense to build up for this episode because the whole officer thing, I liked it in The Caretaker. I like how Danny, rationalized the Doctor as that, and the Doctor is kind of like that as well. This version of the Doctor, at least the 12th Doctor, and Danny was just gave him a lot of shit for it. And it all builds up for this exact moment where Danny is he's the officer. He's 100% an officer right now, and it kind of is. And it's fuck. And the Doctor ends up choosing, I need the information, so and she just gave it to Clara because I feel like that's fitting. But Danny was typical officer, doesn't want to do the job himself, something like that. And he just left regretfully. Then Missy showed up. Okay, so that's the dumbest shit. The way that solved itself. Because Michiru showed up and she was like, I'm crazy. She just talked about a bunch of shit. But the thing is that she had her, device thing. And the Doctor was fucking throw that shit. It just flew. And nobody cared about it. And Clara just grabbed it and used it on Danny or whatever. And the Doctor and Missy just kept talking and nobody actually brought it up. Well, Missy didn't notice. And it's come on. Because sometimes it feels like Time Lords and Time Ladies, I guess, have a passive perception of 30. It feels like they notice everything. And then it's this very specific thing that just happened where you were actively involved because it was just in your hand 2 seconds ago. And you forgot about it? And it's whoa, really? Really? But sorry if it sounds like I'm complaining too much about that. I just think it's really stupid, but not in a bad way. I'm the kind of person who I see stupid and I'll you know what, that's fine. So that's something I feel like I need to point out because that entire solution was kind of stupid, but it was pretty cool how. So the plan of Missy was not for her to command the Cybermen into controlling the world or the galaxy or whatever. It was to make the Doctor do it, to make the Doctor have an army. And it's because Missy wants to hang out with the Doctor again, because the Doctor and Master have been friends since they were kids. The Doctor actually brought it up having a conversation with Danny, which was a pretty nice conversation. Then it got kind of ruined by alright, I'm gonna turn you into Cyberman now. But and never mind that. Missy wanted to be with the Doctor. She just wanted to hang out with him. And she was you've changed so much from what I am. And I just wanted us to be together again. I just wanted us to be crazy together. And the Doctor was no, fuck no, bitch. Because of course, Master is everything the Doctor doesn't stand for. Hence the name, the Master. So she just gives him the control of the entire army. And the Doctor, it all comes back in a series of quick flashbacks to remind you of the things that were said in the season. To be am I a good man? Am I a good man? I hate soldiers. You're a good Dalek. There's only hatred in you. And it's all of these things that we've been seeing in Capaldi. Where it's you don't quite know where Capaldi is standing. He feels great, but it feels sometimes he could go either way. And it's But then at the end, he's just I really like what he said. But at the end, he's I'm not a good man, but I'm not a bad man. I'm not a hero. And he's I know what I am. I'm an idiot with a screwdriver and a box. And I'm yeah, I like that. Because it's you know what? Fuck it. I'm just some dude. I'm just some fucking dude. I'm just passing through. Just never mind anything that's going on. And if I see something that I can help with, then I'll do that. And I'm good. Like, you don't need to worry about those stupid bullshit classifications. It's like, am I good? Am I bad? Am I evil? Am I a hero? It's like, fuck it, dude, don't worry about it. Just do your thing. Just do your thing, man. Just hang out. It's fine. You're okay. Just do your thing. And that's good. He's like, you know what? I'm just some dude. I'm just some idiot. I have a screwdriver. I have a box. Just so happens that the box can travel in space and time. But you know what? It's just some box. You know, and I like that. I like that he's like, yeah. Yeah, that's good. I like that. I like that a lot. And the whole thing where Danny just save everybody by sacrificing himself and every other Cyberman, I guess, to destroying the clouds. That's good. I like that. I like that a lot. I feel like that's a good resolution. The thing that I am thinking about is that it's like Osgood died. Danny died. You know, characters died in this episode, like for sure. But did they though? Because here's the thing, is that the existence of Orson Pink fucks me. The existence of Orson Pink from the episode Listen fucks me because I don't know what to believe. I don't know if he should be dead or not. And also I feel like Osgood died just like that. I feel like Osgood didn't really accomplish anything. And I'm like, I'm waiting for her to accomplish something. And then she just, bam. So I'm thinking, did she actually legit die? I mean, I'm not saying that she didn't. I could go either way. But if the show comes back and presents it to me, I say, oh no, she was alive all along. I would be like, fine. You know, like I wouldn't be surprised by it. But I'm leaning towards she's dead. But I don't know. I really don't know. But the thing about Danny is that Danny could still be alive just because of the existence of Orson Pink. That's the only reason I'm thinking Danny could still be alive. But I don't know, because this feels like definitive? I don't know, I really don't know. I kind of wish that Danny had a scene where he talked to the doctor at the very end, and he was like, you're alright after all. You know, something like that. Because the doctor at the end, it's like everything Danny hated about him, he just threw out the window. He was like, you know what? Fuck that, man. I'm just some dude. And then he just threw that thing to Danny, and then he saved the day, and he was like, yeah, that's cool. And I was expecting, like, he had a goodbye with Clara, and I feel like he should have, like he was, like, floating and looking at Clara, and I feel like at the last second, he should have just looked at the doctor and went, you're alright, you know, or you're not so bad after all. Something like that. Something very short, but like to signify that he's alright, they're alright, you know, that was a good ending, and then he would have flown off. Like, that's something that I was waiting for it to happen. It didn't happen, and I'm like, I kind of wish it did happen. So I want to say that I love Missy. I really like the character of Missy because I feel like it's the master, but like just like kicked up a couple notches. You know, it's like the master, he's crazy, but Missy is like, she's equally as crazy, but also a little bit goofier. But then again, John Sims' master was pretty goofy. Yeah, that's the thing. But I feel like Missy is more like, you know, that kind of crazy. While John Sims is like, ooh, well, like, it feels like he's kind of all over the place, and he's more like psycho crazy. I mean, not to say that Missy is not a psycho. Like, but it feels like the kind of crazy, the brand of crazy that Missy is a little bit different in the sense that it's more goofy and more like, you know, like, it looks friendly, but it really isn't. And I like that. I really do like that a lot. So I do think that I like Missy a lot. And it might be my favorite. Okay, so saying that Missy is my favorite version of the Master might be too much because Delgado exists. Delgado is the classic Master, is like, but I don't know, it might be Missy might be my favorite version of the Master, and I haven't seen a lot of her. Oh, that's the thing as well. She died this episode, but she didn't. Like, it seems like she did. She got shot by a fucking Cyberman. And she got disintegrated. And we know that's a Cyberman beam. Like, fucking Brigadier shot her. But, like, here's the thing. This is Doctor Who, right? This is Doctor Who. So they're always gonna come up with some bullshit reason as to why anything happens, right? That's just a thing that happens in the show. And the Master is in the top 3 of main Doctor Who enemies. I'm not sure if it's number 2 or 3. Not one is Daleks, that's for sure. But Master is up there. And if they want to bring the Master back, they're gonna bring the Master back. Like, that's just gonna happen. I don't know how, but they're gonna do it. So, whenever they feel like it's right to bring the Master back, either as Missy or as any other actor, they will do it, you know? They're just gonna say there was a backup of Mrs. Consciousness in the cloud, and that survived, and then she downloaded that version of herself into some temporal body and time travel because she stole the TARDIS, and that, I don't know, some bullshit like that. You know, some stupid bullshit. Something like that's gonna happen. So, whenever they do want to bring the Master back, and I'm not sure if the Master will be back anytime soon. I'm not sure if the Master is back in the modern Doctor Who episodes that we have, because there's only 3 more seasons, right? So there's only 3 more chances for Missy or Master to be back. So if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I get the feeling that it will at some point. Even if it's not on this 3 upcoming seasons, at some point it's gonna happen. And I feel like we need to address the elephant in the room and what I believe might be the highlight of the reaction. I don't know how it looks like, but Brigadier Lethbridge-Stewart doing a cameo. So here's the thing about Brigadier. Is that, okay, I want to start with saying that I didn't watch a ton of classic Doctor Who. I watched some of classic Doctor Who. But I have watched enough to know who Brigadier is. I watched enough to know who the Master is. I watched enough to know the things that you should know about Doctor Who as a whole. So the fact that they brought Brigadier back as a Cyberman just for a second, just to save Kate, her daughter, his daughter. Sorry, English is weird. His daughter. To save his daughter at the last second when she fell off the plane, and he just flew off and blew himself up. It was just a last time to just have Brigadier do something of significance on screen. And it was like, oh, that was so good. That was a really good scene. I really liked that. Because they didn't even say it, you know? The closest hint / confirmation is when Clara is with Kate. Was it Clara? And Kate is just... And Clara says she's talking about her father. And then you look at the Cyberman, and the doctor looks at the Cyberman is looking at him, and it's like, oh, that's so good! That's so good! God, that's good. That's really good. I'm really glad that happened. Because the thing about Brigadier is that Brigadier was an amazing companion for... Was it mainly the 3rd Doctor, I believe? He showed up, I think, for the first time with the 2nd. Then she showed up a couple times with Tom Baker as well, 4th. I'm pretty sure he showed up again with 5th, with Peter Davison. Yeah, because the 5th Doctor exists, and he was there in the 5th Doctor, therefore he met Peter Davison. I'm not sure if he showed up with 6, but I do know that he showed up with 7 in Battlefield. I think that was the name of the episode. So yeah, Brigadier has been all over this show, you know, across many doctors. And I'm sad that they didn't bring it back when the show rebooted, you know, not rebooted, but came back in 2005. That's something that I do regret a lot about. I mean, I say regret as if it was my fault, but it's something that I wish had happened, which is I wish during the Russell T Davies era they would have bring in more classic people, more tie-ins to classic Doctor Who, because by the time we get to Moffat, I mean, given it's only like 5 years, but by the time we get there, it's like everybody's super old. Everybody's so old. Like, okay, so there is a couple classic nods that they threw in, which is they made Peter Davison show up in Children in Need a Special, Time Crash, I think it was called, with David Tennant. That was really nice, but it was just like a bonus 5-minute kind of thing. But it was good. I really liked it. And then we did have Paul McGann showed up on the Night of the Doctor for the 50th year anniversary as a prequel to Day of the Doctor. I really like that they did that. But I'm just sitting here thinking, wouldn't it be awesome if we had an episode which was a special with like doctors meeting each other, Because like we already had those in the classic days. We already had those. I think the second Doctor met the sixth one. We had the 5 Doctors, minus Tom Baker and minus William Hartnell, who died, but we had a stand-in actor, so 3.5 Doctors. I think we had another one that I'm forgetting. 3 Doctors, yeah, first, second, third. We had 3 Doctors. So yeah, that happened a couple times already. So that's really cool. And I'm just sitting here like, I wish it happened again. And given we did have the Day of the Doctor like a season ago, for me it was 5 years ago. 5.5 years ago it was for me. But from the Series 8 perspective, it was only a season ago that we saw Matt Smith and David Tennant and John Hurt. Even though he's not really a doctor, but he became a doctor in the process of watching that special, which was really good. But I'm just sitting here like, I wish we just had one episode, just like one special episode. Not like doesn't have to be a theater release 50th year anniversary. It doesn't have to be a Christmas special. It just have to be one regular episode in the middle of the season that has nothing going for it. It's not that important, but we just brought back like Sylvester McCoy, something like that. But at this point, it's too late because everyone's so old. So it wouldn't work, I don't think. Maybe. I mean, maybe you can bring in Paul McGann again, but I don't know. It's 2019 at this point, so it hasn't happened. Otherwise, I would have heard about it. I mean, I did hear about something, but I'm talking about bringing back the old actors again, and I'm sad that it's probably not gonna happen. I mean, what we're probably gonna see is like a clash of modern Doctor Who actors again. Like maybe we'll see David Tennant and Capaldi in the same episode at some point with Jodie Whittaker or with whoever comes next. Like I don't know. We can see some crazy shit. We're probably not gonna see Eccleston, sadly, which is very sad because I want to see Eccleston again. But I understand where he's coming from with the shit he says. He's kind of crazy, but I understand. So yeah, I just got really sidetracked on this whole classic talk. So while I'm at it, I feel like I should ask you. I was thinking about watching some classic Doctor Who episodes on the channel because I did watch some classic Doctor Who, but not a lot of it because that show went on for like 28 years. Like there's a lot to watch about that. So I watched some. I know what I should know, kind of. But I haven't watched all of it because, man, that's a lot. That's a lot of Doctor Who to watch. It's like, I don't know, like 10 serials per season. And every serial is 2 hours. And there's like 28 seasons. Man, come on. I don't have the time to do that. But I was thinking maybe I could watch some like really good episodes that like are classics that people go like, you need to watch those, and I have watched a couple of them, but I haven't watched all of them. Like I remember I watched Remembrance of the Daleks, which I heard a lot about it, and I was like, yeah, I want to watch my boy McCoy being McCoy, and I really enjoyed that episode. But I haven't watched Genesis of the Daleks, for example, which I know is something that everybody should watch, but I just haven't gotten around to it. So maybe I'll do it for the channel. Maybe I watch the movie. I'm probably gonna watch the movie at some point with Paul McGann, but yeah, I'm just gonna do some classic at some point. But I don't know. I just want to hear what people have to say about that. But yeah, it's very unlikely that I'll do the whole thing because that's too much. I'm just gonna stick to modern and go back to classic every now and then, just to expand my knowledge and just have fun. Just have fun. But that's the thing. I don't know if there's more to cover about this season. About this episode, I mean. Like, Cyberman, Brigadier, Danny, Clara, Doc. No, there's one last thing I need to cover about this whole shit. So, I don't remember what video it was, but in one of my videos, in one of my Doctor Who reactions, I remember it was. I know. It was Caretaker. It was Caretaker. I remember in the comments for that episode, and I believe it was that episode, somebody was like, for the love of God, just talk, just speak. And somebody quoted that and went like, oh boy, you're gonna be saying that a lot during the finale. And I'm like, sure. I just read it and I was like, sure, I'll get there and maybe we'll see. And I thought about it yesterday and today I kind of forgot. And now when we're at the very ending of the episode, I remembered. Because I was about to say the same shit. Because Clara and the Doctor are both lying to each other's face. None of them are saying the truth. None of them are being honest. None of them are saying shit. Information is not being transferred. Because Clara is lying to the Doctor saying that Danny came back and they're just going to hang out and have a good life. And the Doctor is telling Clara, I found Gallifrey. It's going to be cool. Like, I'm just going to go there and I'm going to have a good life in Gallifrey. And they're both like, yeah, nice to meet you. And then they both turn around and fucking cry like assholes. But they're both lying. And if both of you didn't lie, everything would be fine. And it all starts with this very awkward conversation where it's just like Clara is gonna tell the Doctor something, and then the Doctor interrupts her, and then Clara interrupts herself, and then they change the things that they were going to say, and then they're like, no, never. I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna enjoy my life. And then the other person goes say, yeah, I'm gonna go and enjoy my life as well. Good. Hug. They cry and then they leave. And it's like, God fucking damn it! If you had just talked to each other and have been honest and stopped lying, we would have something good happen. But we would just continue to do the same things we've been doing, just hang out together. Except that now we can like console each other or something like that, Be honest. But they didn't. And the moment that happened, I thought about that comment and I was like, that person was fucking right. That person was right. I'm just like, God damn it, talk. So shout out to that person. I don't remember who it was. There's not a lot of people that comment on my videos. So maybe I should have remembered that name, but I didn't. So shout out to that person. Whoever you are. That was a good comment, and I remembered it, which is difficult because I don't usually remember a lot of things. All right, I'm just getting sidetracked now. So, I think that's the end. I think that's just the end of the series. I think that's the end of the season, I guess. So we're just gonna. I was gonna say we're gonna start with Series 9, but no, we have to go and have an adventure with Santa Claus now. So that's gonna be fun. God, I fucking loved dumb Christmas specials tie-ins. I missed them. Because they weren't there in the Matt Smith era, weren't they? I think the Christmas episodes were just like completely separate Christmas things. Fully self-contained within the episode. But in David Tennant's era, like I remember he left Mora and he was sad. And he just like walked to his TARDIS. And then a boat crashed in. And it was the Titanic. And it was like, what? And that was the tie-in to the Christmas episode. And now we actually have that. And it was after the credits started. And I almost stopped the video. I was already on my fucking on my thing, and I was about to stop it. And suddenly it keeps going, and I'm like, fuck! So yeah, don't do that show. That's bad. That's bad. Don't do that. Don't do that. No. So I guess we're gonna watch that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna watch it right now or I don't know in the near future. I now have 3 episodes that I need to edit, so that's good. I already have 3 things going on. I was thinking about maybe recording a movie or something for the channel. It's an idea I have. But yeah, I don't know. That's it for the episode. That's it for the season. So yeah. Good. Dude, that thing with Brigadier showing up fucked me. That fucked me. Because I know Brigadier is dead. Like, I know the actor that plays Brigadier is dead. That's why he showed up in the... It was a Good Man Goes to War, I believe. Maybe I'm crazy. But it was a Matt Smith episode where he was like, I'm gonna get all the soldiers. We're gonna bring the fight to them. It's gonna be really awesome. And then he calls in to the Brigadier and he's like, tell him to pack his stuff and whatever, we're going. And then the person in the phone was like, oh, Brigadier passed away like a couple weeks ago or like a couple months ago. He always talked about you. He always had he always had like a bottle of brandy waiting for you in case you showed up. And that's when it hit Matt Smith that death just comes. At some point it's just gonna come. You can't run away from it forever. And that led to the finale of Series 6, I believe. But the reason they did that is because the actor who played Brigadier, I don't remember his name, I'm sorry. But he had passed away recently. So they were like, we're going to write like a little thing in to just say that the character also passed away. Just to say, you know, like we're honoring this character and we're honoring this actor by also making sure we honor his character as well. You know, I remember that. So the fact that they just brought him back for like a second here, just to save his daughter as a Cyberman, he doesn't need to look like him. He doesn't need to say anything. And then he just flew off. Because, like, of course, and this is something that I was thinking about as the episode was happening. Maybe you can see it in the reaction, maybe you can see it in the full length. But, like, when they were talking about how the death, like literally everybody who have ever died is becoming a Cyberman. He's coming back to life as a Cyberman. As they were saying that, there was a picture of Brigadier in the back. Like, Doctor is saying that and you see Brigadier behind him. And I'm just like... I'm looking at it, I'm pointing at it, and I'm like... All of the information is being given to me right now. So if it comes back... I'm gonna be like, I fucking called it. But I didn't say anything. But I did point at it. I was like... And as soon as that rover showed up, I was like... Mustache, like, hacked soldier. I was like, yeah. So it happened. I noticed it earlier in the episode. And then I was like, fucking yeah. Fuck yeah, that was good. But it still hit me, you know? Like, it didn't come out as a full surprise. But it did come to me as like, fucking yeah! That's good! It's really good. So that made me very happy. So yeah, that's my favorite part of this episode, the Brigadier thing. The Danny thing was cool too. Missy was cool. Cool finale. So, I feel last thing would be to like rank this finale, maybe. I liked it. So, like, in comparison of the previous, like, 7 seasons, right? So, Series 7 finale, I didn't like it that much. I'm gonna be honest. Day at the Doctor, fantastic. Time at the Doctor, all that 50-year anniversary shit, all that was great. But the name of the Doctor itself, I feel like it wasn't that great to me. Even though they showed a couple, like, classic clips, that was nice. But I didn't feel it too much. Series 6 finale, I didn't like it that much. Series 5 finale, you know what? That's good. I like Series 5 finale. Big Bang was cool. Series 4 finale, was fantastic. Series 3 finale was fantastic. Series 2 finale was and Series 1 was it was good, but it was like good on the like side, you know. Where does this one, the first Capaldi finale, rank in? I like it less than 4, less than 3. Do I like it more than 5? Do I like it more than 5? I like it more than 5. I do like this series finale more than 5. Therefore, this ranks 3rd in my top finales of Doctor Who. Series 4 and Series 3 are top 1 and 2, and this would be top 3. So I really like this 2-part. I really like the story, the Cybermen with Missy, all that stuff. That was good. That was good. It was handled well. The production went so up. Like the reason why I can like rank all of this and they are fresh in my mind kind of is because I've been watching Doctor Who reactions. They're kind of the reason why I'm doing this myself. You know, I mentioned Blangway a couple of times. Blangway is now in Series 8 as well, which means that I got to rewatch all of the series really with them. And I watched Series 7 recently because of them. So that's fresh on my mind. So yeah, I really like the series and I really like this finale. So that's it. I think I'm gonna do like a different video where I just talk about this entire season as a whole. So look forward to that. Alright everyone, I think that's it. I think that's it for this video. That was good. Good job Capaldi, good job Jenna Coleman, good job Moffat, good job Chibnall, good job Jamie, that dude, good job Frank wrote the Forest episode. I don't know all the names of the writers. I'm just throwing random names and hoping that I'm getting them right. Like, the season was alright. I liked it. I really did. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see the rest of the season in reactions or maybe some other stuff, you can check my channel and see what's there. You can check out my gaming channel, my Twitch. I played Mortal Kombat 11 story mode a while ago and it was really cool and I really liked it. You can like, subscribe, comment. I like talking to people about Doctor Who and some other dumb nerd shit, so make sure to do that. Thank you so much and I'll see you next time, okay? Take care.